So, this mission is kind of unique in the sense that if the time limit expires, you actually do get a somewhat unique game over screen. It's not anything amazing, but it's at least better than just them saying something like, our forces are falling apart, we can't keep fighting, which is what the game normally says when Yugi gets wiped out or if your main base gets taken. I assume someone might have been curious about what the game actually said, so that's what it is. Send Mai's team out. These guys are both dragons. Ansatsu could take care of them quickly, but I don't want to do that just yet. Why is the Battle Guard here? That's such a weird choice. Oh, well. It's actually a pretty generous amount of time between when they all attack. Doing this is a little risky because it will also empower the Reaper, but why not? Let's live on the edge, see what happens. Plus, I don't think... They don't have items, do they? Let me look at that again. They do not. Good. Okay, I gave it a hard time for the fire missing in the other mission. That was actually the most ridiculous looking thing. Okay, that's fair play. That's fair play right there. Oh, yeah. You see this? This giant pit of fire that just erupts from the depths of the earth. Nope, misses. I mean, okay, at least in this case it was a ghost, so I can sort of forgive that one. But, like, it's absurd. It really is. Nice. Yeah, I don't think we have too much to worry about here. I say that and then this happens. Whatever. Let's just wait. But even for a critical, that actually wasn't that bad damage. I shouldn't have said that. This is gonna happen, isn't it? And here we have... Okay, that's good. Just to be on the safe side. Alright, all this fool's attacks are wasted. But I'm pretty sure that since Dark Energy gives another attack slot, I shouldn't use that again until I've knocked it out. Because then that'll just give it another move. See, this is one thing I really don't like about this game, is they say that it gives the monster the will to fight. Why don't they just say, gives another attack? Or gives another chance to attack or defend or something? Like, that's really all it needs to say. Saying gives it the will to fight makes it sound like there's some kind of invisible courage stat, which there most definitely is not. So this is simple, just knock out the weekly boys. I didn't point this out in the Ocean chapter, but it's kind of weird that Spiked Seadra is treated as a dragon and Kairushin is treated as a beast, when realistically, like, they're both sea serpents. Are they both sea serpent type? I think they are. They probably are, but I can tell you one thing, there shouldn't be that much of a difference between them that they're not both the same type in this. But then again, Yu-Gi-Oh! Types have never actually been consistent, so who am I kidding? I know that Rank 10 makes that joke constantly about how monster types are always invalid, and really he's correct. There's some that just throw me for a complete loop. It's even worse in the anime in some cases, where they have to make monsters a certain type just to fit in with a themed gimmick. Okay, so let's put the Harping Ladies here. Fizdiz is going to the Researchers Guild, which is where we started the last mission. Seems like a weird place, right? Like, what's the point of doing this now? Well, you'll see. Much like the last time we were in the Badlands, there is a recruitable monster here. I both like and dislike how the monsters aren't always there in some missions. I think it would be kind of cool where if you missed one, you still had a chance of getting it the second time you're here, because we do go to a lot of these locations more than once. But then I guess that would be a little too easy with how some of the enemies are constantly, like, moving in different patterns, how you don't always start in the same location. And plus, I know that there's, they would have to change the balance on the monster levels, because, like, early in the game you're fighting monsters that are level 1. Some of the monsters are level 30, like the gentleman here. And some will, of course, be even higher than that. When you recruit them, they can start at whatever level the game thinks is fair. Like, I'm actually kind of surprised that the gentleman stayed at level 30 when we recruited him. I thought it wasn't going to do that. But, still, it's just something that they'd have to factor in, because that'd be kind of like, I don't know, sequence breaking in this game, if you could do that, wouldn't be incredibly difficult. I think it's more the issue of not so much getting monsters you missed the first time, but making sure that monsters that are supposed to be there the second time don't appear the first time. You know, that would probably be the bigger concern, because then you get stuff, like, way stronger than your current output necessitates. Like I was saying before, you know, magic is going to break the game, and we might have to adjust our rule set because of that. That's something that's going to happen quite a lot here, to be honest. I mean, there's going to be a point coming up where we get access to a pretty strong monster out in the middle of the open, and if we could have gotten it in, hypothetically, let's just say, Mission 4, you know, if we could have gotten it back then, we could have done some actual serious damage. And if you didn't get the hint, there's a reason I emphasized Mission 4. You'll see. Probably later today, as a matter of fact. Well, later today for the stream viewers. For those of you watching the VODs, ooh, you gotta wait. Nah. I joke. I thank people for watching me in whatever means they can. Huh, that was weird. He just blinked out of existence. Did I, like, skip a frame or something? It's not saying I dropped any frames, but I feel like he didn't fade as slowly as he was supposed to. Could be just my imagination. I really don't know for sure. Man, I guess I should have gotten the first Harpy Lady to be stronger. She's a little outclassed at this point. Alright. We'll have our dark monsters gather together. And let's test that theory with Karibo. Yeah, he's moving pretty quickly, I'd say. Definitely not as fast as Ansatsu, but hey, he's moving quickly. Alright, now let's formulate our plan of attack. Well, I already know they're going to fuse, so that's going to be a problem. Okay, Yeah, we don't have to worry about that. Only Gazelle has the polymerization. Well, if that's the case, heck with it. Let's just wait it out and see what we can do. Not really sure why you only give it to one monster. I guess they thought it would be too strong if Berfomet had it too. Especially at night when Berfomet is stronger. Let's see how much damage this does. Well, I've seen worse. Should I try to fight this guy off normally? I don't think I can beat him with the amount of turns I have remaining. I mean, I suppose there's no harm in trying, but... Don't think it's enough. Beaver Warrior had another attack, we could probably do it. So, I'm pretty sure that beating a fused monster does give you more experience, but I don't know how much exactly. That was 179. That's not enough. Can't risk it. Bit of a shame, that basically means my attacks were wasted, but alas. It's good to try, though, if you think you actually can get away with it, okay? Your monsters will get a lot stronger by beating fused opponents. If I remember correctly, of course. Because I think it depends on the monster's level that it KOs. So, whether or not they're fused technically isn't as relevant as their overall level. And I guess I should have done an info check on Chimera as soon as it had actually fused, but I wasn't thinking. I'll do that the next time we see one. Just any type of fused monster. But this game does pretty quickly condition you. As soon as you see these two monsters together, you know nothing can go well. Exhibit A. Shoot. That's not good. Okay. I don't want to lose Beaver Warrior while he's got so much equip stuff on him. Equipment. I can't speak. I guess the AI is actually being smart for once. They're attacking the biggest threat. Is this enough? Let's see. Just a little over. I'll take that. I think I just heard some fools setting off a firework. No idea why they would do that now, but... well, whatever. People are strange. What you gonna do? Anyway, once you liberate the Researchers Guild, you get the Time Wizard. So, he says he turned back time by 1 day. This basically just refreshes the time limit. Midway through... hang on. Okay, it didn't happen yet. There's like a thing midway through the mission where that lightning cutscene plays again, and I don't know if that makes Teia's monsters stronger. I think it might a little bit. Hey there, Karibo. Let's wait a second, buddy. Now. What's funny is, so, Teia says don't interfere with Master Scott's plans. If you wait out the time limit, and she is successful in destroying the world or whatever, then it will actually... Yeah, that's what the spell does. Destroys the game world. It's supposed to obliterate everybody. So technically that would destroy Scott too. Go figure. Again, it's not really much. It's not a great looking ending screen, but hey, I'm kind of just amazed they even went to the effort of programming another one. Also, her team does not seem that strong compared to everything we've worked with so far. You guys want to pick a different attack target, maybe? Jeez. Going after the strongest guy, I guess. Again, they're at least picking a reasonable threat, but man! Oh my god, we're actually gonna lose it, aren't we? Oh, not like that. Okay, if I can take this one out, then I think we'll be okay. I could probably get my monsters strong enough to just win right now, but the thing is, I actually kind of want Dark Magician Girl to get experience, so I'm not going to do that. Yeah, Dark Magician Girl is actually an incredibly useful monster, just because of what she learns as she levels up. Right now, she's just going to seem pretty average, but... we'll get there. We'll get there before you even know it. But for right now, Karibo can do the brunt of the work. Unfortunately, her attack is on the slower side. It takes a while for that animation to go through. Here's what I don't get, and of course it dodges. Like, someone during playtesting had to have noticed that the animations were one of the biggest issues with this game. Why didn't they just simply make them slower? Like, just... or not slower, shorter. Don't make them slower, please, not. But, actually, it's kind of maybe a Freudian slip that I said that, because some of them actually do slow down the game, like I mentioned before. So why not just make them a little shorter? It wouldn't speed up the game by an astronomical amount, sure, but it would definitely be an improvement. You know, a lot of the fire attacks and the magic attacks, they just take a little too long. I don't understand why that couldn't just be like a single shot the Dark Magician fires. Sure, the first time it looks cool, but then you realize you gotta go through an entire game like that, and that's where the fatigue begins to set in. Anyway, Teia is now back to normal. Dark Elf has joined our team. Alright. This next mission is going to be a little iffy.